Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm the Timmeister and welcome back to Dunswell. Here is an example of how not to operate an airport. So we got planes landing and taking off simultaneously on the same runway. So very effective and efficient at moving a ton of passengers, just not very safe. So anyways, we're going to sort of fix that this episode because I'm going to be expanding and building a second runway off to the other side of the airport. There's also a ton of changes that I want to do to the airport, one of which is I don't really like how these small airplane stands are super close to the taxiway, and I figured that it would be better if we have a domestic terminal off to the side over here where all the smaller planes would park, and then the terminal would be, for all the medium plane stands. We can have maybe an international section over here where all the bigger planes would be parked. That's kind of what I would like to do this episode, so I'm going to use the power of Move It to reconfigure our airport, because of course the medium plane stands are a lot larger than the small ones, so there wouldn't be enough room here. So I'm going to have to nudge the terminal over to the right a little bit. And of course, using the power of Move It, that can be done relatively easily. But let's see here. First, I'm going to remove some trees. I'm gonna have to clear out this whole area. Because, this airport is going to be huge when it's done. And the other reason why I'm building a second runway, one of which, it's just to ease congestion a little bit on the first one, but over here, where I'm removing trees right now, will be a cargo hub. All over here. It's going to be completely cargo focused. So this runway will kind of serve as the main cargo hub runway as well. All right, now I'm going to try to make this work. I'm actually going to pause the game because I don't know why, it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. And I am going to select this whole terminal section, maybe up to here. And then I can deal with the rest later. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to select the taxiways. I'm going to remove these plane stands. And I am going to select all of this. All right, and I will gently bring it out to I don't know, maybe here? Does that seem fine? I think that seems all right. That probably gives me enough room for even large plane stands if I want. I'm actually a little bit more, just to be safe. Yeah, that looks better. That looks way better. And then what I'd like to do as well is I feel like this taxiway is a little too close to the runway, because I've had large planes land and then taxi back to the terminal at the same time, and their wings were almost clipping together. We don't want that, so I'm going to move this to maybe here. And then I'll move all of this back to here, and then of course I'll have to move. Actually, I'm not going to touch this taxiway just yet because I first have to know exactly how far out the medium plane stands come out. Oh, okay, just a few meters that way will do. So yeah, this terminal, let's make it all medium plane stands. There's just enough room for medium plane stands. This is great. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, then I'm actually going to delete this whole section. There we are, and I'll connect everything back up like this. All right, and then I'll just have to readjust these taxiways, but I'll do that in a second. So for now, actually, let me just fix this. fill this in with pavement. All right, so let's head on over to the second terminal, or the international terminal, I guess we could call it, and then let's place a few large stands. Now, one thing I'll say, let me turn off anarchy. One thing I will say is Dunswell isn't a super large city, so I'm not going to have a ton of large plane stands. Like, you know, take Seattle or Portland or Vancouver, what this city is based off of, and you're not going to have a constant stream of A380s and 747s flying in and out. So I'm just going to maybe place like 3 or 4, or no, maybe even just like 3 large plane stands. Actually, you know what, even just 2 would be okay. And then maybe another medium over here. Actually, hang on. Before I do that, let's work on the domestic terminal just to see how these plane stands will fit. See in this configuration. I can fit 3 this way. They do seem a little close together though. I'm going to redo that. Yeah, that seems a little better. But the thing is, I may have to move the bus station a bit, because I'd like to have plane stands on both sides of this concourse, so I'm going to remove this. And what I'll do is, let's take a little stub of the ultra-modern terminal. We'll have it come out like this. And I'll try to squeeze everything together. Because of course we have the metro line running right through here too. So I'll connect up the bus terminal. Maybe like right over here. So I'll have to provide a road connection too. And then the metro connection will make a sharp S-turn like this, and then it'll go and connect to the rest of the city. Yeah, that looks all right. There, what do you guys think of that? That works, doesn't it? And then I'm just going to remove these power lines because they don't really serve any purpose for now. These power lines are temporary too, so don't worry about that. So let's head back into our plane stands, and then we'll have another 3 plane stands on this side. Oh, I'll have to expand my airport area, it looks like. Oh yeah, I forgot about the terrain flattening. That's a pretty cool feature though. I like that it does that. Kind of saves you some work. Oh my god, we got the floating train here. Okay, so the first step in doing this, I'm going to remove some power lines, and I'm going to have to go to my highway over here, which is perfectly laid out for what I'm about to do. So I'm going to convert this section of road into tunnel mode from here to here. Uh-oh, that is a little narrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room for this whole runway and taxiway, but it's okay. I can play around with this as I go along. All right, so runway number 2. It has to be perfectly parallel with the other one. So I'll have to devise a system here to get them exactly parallel. And I think this is probably the simplest solution. Oh yeah, okay. And then I gotta line this up like this. And then hope that, nope. If I remove one section and have it like here maybe. Oh yeah, look at that. Right down the middle. Beautiful. The only thing is, there might not be enough room for a taxiway here, so I'm gonna have to modify this a little bit. Let's see. I can scooch my runway over. That's not a problem. Just remove this first. I mean, I can bring it pretty darn close to the tunnel. And then if I go into underground mode, I can play around with my nodes a little bit just to shorten these tunnel entrances. Yeah, I think that'll work out actually. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna move the runway over. And then I'm gonna go back into underground mode and lower these tunnels just a little bit, just so we don't have that bump popping up. Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I may have to shorten them a bit again though. I don't know, I don't want it to be too close to the taxiway. That should be all right. Okay. Now let's lay down some taxiways again. So I'm gonna bring it to maybe about here. I'll turn this in like so, and then I'll have to use anarchy a little bit. Ooh, that is pretty close. Hang on, I can probably fix this. Oh yeah, look at that. That actually looks nice. I should do that with the runway too then. Maybe I could have done that on the other side too. On the other runway. Because it looks more like a bridge. Then what I'll do here is just... Oh crap, nope. That's not going to work. I was going to touch it up just a little bit to fix the textures, but that's okay. I can just move this forward a little bit farther. Kind of like this. Yeah, that actually works. And I don't think it's really going to affect anything. I'll just have to check that planes aren't going to clip their wings on those concrete pieces. But worst case, I can lower it a little bit. I'll just lower both of these. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. Look at that, guys. Holy crap. Okay, now, continuing on. Drag this taxiway as far as we can go over here. And then we can simply connect everything back up. Okay, I've played around a little bit off camera, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete these 2 plane stands. I'll unfortunately be forced to remove the luxury lounge, remove these taxiways. And what's going to happen here is I'm going to select a concourse, and I'm going to build out another concourse to the same length as the other one over there. Okay, that looks good. And then I'll probably be forced to remove this taxiway as well. And here is what's going to happen. I'm going to have a couple of large plane stands. Here, let's have 2 on each side. Oh yeah, look at that. They fit perfectly. There we go. And then that'll be it, really. So this is our domestic terminal, international terminal, and then this can be a mixture of medium planes, wherever they may go. Alright, so then I'll connect this all up. And bam, we're good to go. Oh yeah, this looks way better. We don't have like a huge empty space now. A little bit over here, but I mean, that's not really that bad. We can maybe have some parked planes or something in here, just to fill the gap. Awesome. Look at that, guys. Yeah, let's check right here what we can do. Maybe have some medium parked planes. And then a large parked plane, too. Cool. That's awesome. So now I guess let's lay down some water pipes. Just like that. And look at that, our terminal is complete. We have an assortment of everything. Medium planes, large planes, and small planes. Everything is available. All right, so that pretty much concludes the construction of the terminals. Now, as far as public transportation, oh crap, that's true, I gotta provide power. Can't forget that. And again, these power lines will be temporary. Until we can expand the city far enough that we will no longer need them. And then, of course, garbage keeps piling up. I'm going to have to put a recycling center or something in this area. Behold, Dunswell International Airport. We have a fully functioning level 3 airport now, with the exception of the cargo area, but we'll get into that next episode. So for the next little while of this episode, I would just like to decorate the airport, and I'm just going to check my statistics real quick. Okay, yeah, so because we removed a few buildings, such as some lounges and stuff, we dropped below level 3 attractiveness score, but that's okay. I'm going to spend the next little while of this episode placing down some hangars and things like that, so that's going to bring it right back up. But let's just take a minute to browse around the airport and just look at the magnificence of this DLC. Like, look at all the different airplane types that we have, all the different liveries. Like, look at that. We have I don't know, kind of looks like, you know, an Airbus A320 or something like that, or a 737 kind of plane. And then we have some parked planes over here. So we have an A340, it looks like, parked right beside an A380. So, you know, these plane models look really nice. And then, oops. And then look at that. We have a 747 taxiing over here. Another one landing. Like, I just love the variation that this DLC offers. So many different types of planes and such. Anyways, let's get into the decoration of this airport. And of course, they have like little CRJ regional planes too. This is awesome, guys. I'm having so much fun with this DLC. It's amazing. Okay, so the first thing I should do, honestly, is to re-add some lounges that were removed. So I think I can fit one right over here. Yeah, basically in the same spot that it was, but I'm just going to have to nudge it over to the side a little bit. Oh, cool. And it turned out red, just like the previous one. And can I fit one here? I am not sure. I think planes are taxiing pretty close to here, so I'll have to be careful. But it looks like I can squeeze one here. Well, that one turned out red as well. And then let's go see. Oh yeah, that's right. I can place them on the other side of the terminals as well. Can I place them on the ends? Not quite, but I may place one. I'm gonna place one right over here. Oh, and this one's green, which is okay. Because I guess we could like color code the airport. Oh yeah, and there's another thing I wanted to do as well. So this control tower, having it over here is not really the best spot because control towers have to be the controllers have to be able to see the entire airfield, right? So ideally in this configuration, we would want the control tower in the middle here so they can peer at both runways. Some airports even have towers off of the main terminal. I think it would make sense to have the control tower maybe over here or in the middle here. And one thing that I did notice too is so far my favorite control tower is the classic control tower just because of the height of it. Look at that. It's much higher than the modern one, and it's actually much higher as well than the ultra modern one as well. See, the ultra modern one even looks shorter in a way. Let's just see what it looks like. Well, yeah, it's about the same height as the modern one. But yeah, I mean, my favorite is definitely the classic one just because it's higher, a little more realistic than the other ones. Unfortunately, we can't just place a control tower in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna have to maybe make a tiny little terminal over here and then place our control tower along like this. You know, this is just a quick example. You know, it might actually look better with the classic building though, just so it matches with the classic concourse. Let's just see here, I'm curious. Yeah, that actually does look better. So what I think I'll do, I don't think these need road, well no, they obviously don't need road connections, so what I'll do is I'm going to place down the control tower over here, off to the side. There. Yeah, I think that's way better because the control tower being over here, you have a visual over both runways. And it looks cool as well. See, another thing I could have done is maybe I could have had it like in the middle here, kind of like LAX. You know what, guys? I think I may do that. Watch this. I'm going to move this hotel over. I'm going to move this hotel over. And this, I'm just experimenting a little bit here, guys. Bear with me. But I'm going to do exactly the same thing over here. I'm just going to have a small concourse coming through like this. then I can have my control tower like this. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. Look at that. And I think this would even be even better because then you're a little bit more central into the airport, so then you can peer over to the terminals and everything. I may just have to move the hotel a bit farther up though, because it is awfully close to the control tower. It'll block its view for sure. That might not be an option though, but yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. That looks awesome. Okay. Now, another building, getting back into the airport, we now have access to create our own airline. Look at that. So we have an airline headquarters building. Crap, I think moving around these hotels just prevented me. Well, no, I can just shuffle everything around a bit more. I'll just move the budget hotel off to the side. And then I can fit the airline headquarters. So yeah, we have an airline headquarters, a museum, ton of industries buildings that we'll get into next episode. So yeah, let's place down the airline headquarters right here. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I think I may rearrange this though, guys. I feel this hotel here looks kind of out of place now with the terminal or the control tower being there. So I'm gonna move this over here temporarily, if I can find a spot for it. Here, I'll just use anarchy. I'll move the airline headquarters building over to where the hotel was. Oh yeah, look at that. And then, I think, oh yeah, I can place a road here. I'll have to cheat a little bit with anarchy, but that's okay. Okay, and then here's what I'll do. I'll have a mini drop-off zone, like so. Oops. And then I will place down the hotel. Bam. Right here. Oh yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. Yeah, even with the budget hotel. I wonder if there's other color variations of this hotel though. I've always hated the yellowness of it. It should be blue or something nice. Still yellow. Still yellow. Oh my god, it's the same thing as it was before with the other hotel. Is there only yellow for this hotel? No, there can't be. There's got to be other color variations. Oh my god, I think yellow might be the only option. Oh, there we go, blue. Alright, I'm not going to touch it. It matches the aesthetic of everything else. I am not touching this. Okay, so now let's take a minute to create our own airline. So with this airport DLC, you have access to create your own, very own custom airline. So Chirp Air, probably gonna change that, but let's see. Look at the different logos that we have. Oh, this is pretty cool, honestly. I like this first one. It looks like Delta. That's obviously the inspiration for this one. What about the other logos? This one is quite cool as well. And then we have this airline. Wow, these logos all look really nice. Then this could be like a tropical destination airline. Then we have Chirp Air. Oh yeah, I forgot we had this pink one too. That's pretty cool as well. Oh my god, this is gonna be a tough choice. Okay, so honestly, I really like this one here or this one. I think I'm gonna go for this one. I really like the color scheme. And then we can choose the color of our plane as well. We can always go white. Most airlines just have white planes, but let's be a little bit different. Let's have like it almost looks like the whole plane is like a forest greenish gray kind of thing, like it might be more like a blue shade. There. Oh yeah, look at that. So we'll have like the whole plane dark bluish gray with orange and white. Airline ticket price. Let's just keep it at $50. Okay, and then of course we can name our airline. Oh my god, I don't even know what we should name this. Oh, look at that, we have a plane spawning already. Let's just take a second to observe. Look at that. Beautiful 747. Man, it's so amazing how like the gates pop out and everything. And the food trucks. This is so cool. All right, so yeah, let's take a minute. Let's see, what should we name the airline? You know what? I'll let you guys choose a name. I'll leave that up to you guys. So that's what I want. For next episode, your homework is to choose a name for this airline, guys. That's what's going to happen. All right. Oh my god, we got Buddy here, reverse thrust all the way throughout the taxiway. Oh my god, Buddy. So yeah. Dunswell will be the hub of our custom airline. Whatever name you guys choose shall be the name of the airport, or of the airline. Okay, so we're done creating an airline. Let's take a few minutes to decorate the airport. And what I want to do over here, we kind of have a blank area where I can literally place down anything. So I'm going to place down another fuel station. And how about a few parked planes as well? There. You know what, I feel like maybe just to create some variation, I'm going to park this plane like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay guys, so as far as infrastructure, I feel like everything we can lay down for now has been laid down. Now, for the last part of this episode, I'm going to speed up the footage and spend some time decorating the airport as far as props go, as far as, you know, some fauna, some little bushes and trees, anything that I can do to make the airport look nicer. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I'll jump into is decorating our terminal area, and to do that, I'll make use of the wonderful new tree assets made by Mr. Mason. So it's really cool that Paradox is including these trees in the game now, and as well as like a lot of other custom content such as Besquigglehausen's vehicle pack that's available too. It's awesome that Paradox is doing this because it gives access to console players to some custom content that would have only been available for PC players. So I applaud them on that. But yeah, these tree assets are just super wonderful. Super high resolution. They add just so much more richness, I guess, to a particular area that uses them. Unfortunately, there's still a ton of vanilla trees that are on the map. But what I'll do is I'm going to sort of create a blend just for the airport using these tree assets, and I'll sort of feather them out so they'll blend better with the vanilla trees that are located all over town. But in addition to placing down some really great tree assets, I've got the idea a little earlier while playing around with the DLC, while testing it. This car factory would look awesome at the airport. So as I was mentioning in a previous episode, I thought it would look cool to have a building that looks like this around this area, because in a lot of cities around big international airports, you'll always have these industrial warehouse areas that contour them in some airports. And I thought that this car factory would not only serve a purpose, of course it's another factory to serve the city, but it just looks really, really cool in this section as well. And coincidentally, it fits perfectly here too. So it leaves me with a little bit of room to place down some more hangars and parked planes. Like, this literally could not have fit better than this. It looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. Hope you guys love the way this looks too. It may cause a little bit more congestion going to the airport, you know, just due to the trucks and stuff driving around, but this is the only factory in this area, so I don't think it'll be too bad, and it has relatively easy highway access too. And for the next little while, I will be laying down these fences, of course, to contour the airport. Of course, we don't want random people just stumbling on a runway in the middle of the day. That would be quite catastrophic. And in addition to placing down some fences, I will be placing down some shrubbery and little bushes here and there, because, of course, the lawn around runways is usually kept pretty short, but it's by no means a golf course green, so it's common to find these little shrubs and stuff sprouting about. But yeah, guys, I mean, this was super, super fun for me. I'm super grateful that I've been given access to this DLC to, first of all, not only play it for myself, but also to bring you guys some content. So, I mean, not only provides some promotion for the DLC, which I highly recommend, by the way. Like, I'm not just saying that, guys. I'm not forced to say any of this, but I truly, truly believe that this is one of the top DLCs. And again, it's being released on January 25th. So if you have any interest in aviation or airports in general, this is definitely a must-have. But not only that, guys, there is a ton of new stuff coming out for the game as well, such as, like I mentioned before, Squigglehausen's vehicle pack. So that contains some police vehicles, some firefighter vehicles, a whole bunch of different stuff. We're going to dive into that in a later episode to discover what exactly is included with that pack. Super excited for that too. And other than that, just the new general patch of the game, right? So just for free, you don't even need to buy any of these DLCs. There's some new stuff coming out for the game too. So we're going to feature that in some later videos on the channel. Awesome new content. So other than that, guys, after I'm done detailing this airport, that'll be it for this episode. Next episode, I'm super excited to get into because we will jump finally into the cargo area of this airport, a really, really important aspect of the airport. And I'm super excited to get into that because, again, there's like a ton of new buildings and a ton of new content. It's super exciting to just dig into it and to get my hands dirty, play around with those new assets. So stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned to the very end of this episode because I am going to include some cinematics of what we've built so far. And next episode, I will be featuring in some cinematics the final rendition of this airport in its completed form. So that'll be super exciting. So that'll be it for today, guys. Another really awesome episode. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until the next episode, take care.